Hey guys, I wanted to post a video for this week, and there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. I think the biggest one, the one that I really wanted to talk about, was kind of an unfortunate incident that occurred on Wednesday. We were doing some grappling, and I actually injured one of my training partners. And a lot of people will say that this is a great learning experience. It's like, you're gonna learn the most valuable lessons that you can by injuring somebody, and you'll take it into consideration next time in the future, and you'll train smarter because of it. And I gotta say, I'm not so sure that that's true. Mainly because if you've done any amount of drilling with a partner, like, you'll have moments where you get hit or you hit somebody else, and I think those are enough to make you realize that slowing down is essential, that focusing on your technique is important in those drills. So I can't really say that I'm going to learn too much from this, but what I can say is that it felt absolutely awful hurting one of my training partners, and it just was, it was a matter of poor technique on something that wasn't even supposed to, a technique that wasn't even supposed to be used at that time. There's one of those moments where you just kind of think, oh, I'll just do this. And yeah, that's when it happens, I guess, is when you think you got everything under control and you just try something and you don't give it enough consideration, or move slow enough. And I was lucky enough because my colleague, or my training partner, only got a muscle sprain as opposed to a break or a sprain or a tear. It was a knee injury, which was the really frightening thing. So I'm really glad that it ended up being fairly minor, and that he should be fine with a couple weeks to strengthen the muscle group and just lay off it and get some rest. It was a horrible, horrible experience watching it hit the ground and feeling like, I might have put him out for a couple of months, or like done some serious irreversible damage to his knees. But yeah, we were doing a double leg takedown, and we were stopping to talk about a few things, and while we were discussing something, he was standing there and I was in position for the double leg, and we were kind of looking at it like it had already failed. I decided to push him to the side and sweep his legs. Now, I'm not sure who out there is familiar with this, but what I should have done is loaded his weight on my shoulders and swept his legs. But I've never done this technique before, so I don't know why I thought I was just going to do it and it'd just be fine. But what I ended up doing actually was pushing all his weight on top of the leg that I was trying to sweep, which, for any of you that are familiar with sweeps of any kind, it doesn't really fly. You got to kind of take the weight off the limb you're trying to sweep, and then move the limb and reposition the weight after the fact, right? But that is not what I did. Now, the lucky thing for us was that Justin was trying to fight the technique that I was putting on, and so he strained the muscle as opposed to hurting the joint, which was, definitely a better situation than it could have been. And I guess that brings us to the other point of the conversation that the lead instructor for our group was talking about with me. He mentioned that the better way to respond to a takedown is, once you realize that you can't take it, is to just go with the energy, because if you try to fight it, that's when you're going to get injured. So I'm just very, very happy that the injury was minor, that it didn't go as far as it could have. It's one of those instances where you just move quickly. You don't think you're applying a lot of force, but clearly there was enough force, because I overpowered his ability to stabilize with his leg. So had to be enough force, but it didn't feel like it at the time. So I guess that was one of the things I want to talk about. It was, when injuries happen, and then kind of getting past that. I'm gonna have to go back in and grapple again, and I can't wait actually for Justin to get back into the gym and be training again, because I have a feeling that is gonna make me feel a lot better about the whole situation. But I think I'm gonna be looking at grappling a lot more cautiously for the next couple of weeks before I feel kind of confident enough to roll and fight the opponent without overdoing it. But again, it just comes to a matter of knowledge. I don't have enough grappling experience. I don't have enough knowledge about grappling to be able to do it really effectively or safely. So, gonna have to keep practicing, gonna have to learn. The other thing that I want to talk about, and probably the less depressing thing, is that I recently got my butterfly swords from TFW. And these are gorgeous. Just beautiful, beautiful swords. So hopefully we'll be able to get a cut class going with these soon. But I've been playing around, cutting some boxes and playing around with them, and they're absolutely, absolutely beautiful weapons. Razor sharp, mirror polish, double fuller, a little bit longer than traditional weapons would be. My understanding is that the butterfly swords would be shorter than a 16-inch blade, so that when you're doing these internal rotations, the blade doesn't come as close to your face. If Ryan was mentioning that to me, that the internal rotation becomes kind of an issue with longer blades. Understandably, right? So I guess in more traditional designs, the blades would be shorter than your forearm and fist. That way, when you rotate them from here, the blade is much further from your face. That being said, these are still absolutely beautiful and just phenomenal weapons, really high quality. So I can't wait to cut with them. Just gotta give them a little bit of extra consideration when you're doing the butterfly sort of form from Wing Chun. So hopefully I'll have a video for you guys posted soon with the class, but it may not be for a few weeks. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics and when we can get into the gym to do some more cutting, but yeah, keep you guys posted. So I guess if anyone wanted to post back maybe a video or even just some comments or stories about trading experiences that you've had, maybe times when you've been injured or you've seen someone being injured and what had kind of led up to it and kind of what you walked away with from that, that'd be kind of cool. And if not, we'll post something for you guys next week. Cheers, eh?